We're here with Misty Sullivan from an automobile industry. She has taken over Bob's car shop,
Yeah, it's Bob's Auto Repair and Collision Center.
Bob's Auto Repair and Collision Center.
Yes.
And how long ago did Bob originally open the store?
The business was opened and started operation in 1982
Okay.
here in Tallahassee.
Tallahassee, 1982.
Yes.
I don't know. Tell me.
I'll tell you just kind of how we got started.
Alright, yes.
My dad
Yeah.
had worked as a mechanic for years and years and had always been kind of in a corporate atmosphere and knew that he wanted to make a better life for our family. Really had a desire to be his own boss, set his own hours, do things the way that he wanted to do them.
Yeah.
He had a vision for what he wanted the auto repair industry to be and how he could help people. He saw a need in Tallahassee specifically for taking care of college students whose parents were away, who maybe weren't as educated about cars, and also the faculty and staff, as well as just a real honest auto repair shop where it was transparent. You could walk out and see what was being done to your car. And so he broke away from the corporate world of running the auto repair center for Woolco and started his first location. He started in a small one-bay garage on Tennessee Street. Within 2 years, expanded into a two-bay garage. Then he found his location here by campus on the corner of Gaines and Lake Bradford, where he was for several years, and that was actually a four-bay garage. He had the Seminole logos painted on the outside and sponsor, was a booster, and continued to grow in his love and respect for the university. And then he had this building come available 24 years ago. And without telling any of us, my siblings or my mom, he came and saw this. The rent was 4 times what he had been paying, and the building was 4 times larger than what he had.
Way bigger.
Way bigger, which is a big leap of faith. But he saw it and had this immediate vision of this is where he needed to be.
Confidence and faith in.
Absolutely. And so he felt like if he did the right things and treated people fairly, that he might not be the richest man in the world, but he'd be successful and he'd have a business.
Of course.
And so he signed a lease that day, a 20-year lease.
Wow.
Which is pretty confident for an entrepreneur. So he signed a 20-year lease on that day, and within a year he had kind of outgrown the space. I mean, we're here, we're busy, we love the location, but yeah, it's packed. So,
yeah, it's right here, one street from campus.
Yep, in the heart of it.
In the heart of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love like the way you have the logos, Tallahassee, like Seminoles outside and everything. It's pretty good. So this was your third. This was his third business
Third
that he
location,
opened. The
yeah.
first one was Tennessee
Street, and then Lake Bradford and Jackson Bluff, and then here. Yeah, always kind of on this side of town. So he knew that, who he wanted to serve. He felt like there was the faculty of the schools, and not just Florida State, but he's in the heart of between Florida State and FAMU. And as these campuses actually get closer and closer together, and now he's picked up a lot of TCC as well. So
yeah. Expanding his
base,
his customers, and I guess like he created these customer links, and now like he have a long term.
We have customers. We had a 30-year anniversary party a couple years ago. And we had customers come in from all over the country. People that had been customers when they were college students here.
And they moved somewhere
else.
And
they moved someplace else, but they've maintained this relationship with him. And now that I've taken over, their kids or grandkids are here. We had a customer last month whose granddaughter is a student here. And so I'm now taking care of the granddaughter when my dad had taken care of him. So it's neat. It's a multi-generational, and people appreciate, good work, quality work, and honest work. That's always been one of Dad's focuses, was to make sure that we treat the college students in particular like we would want. At the time when he started it, he treated it like he would want his daughter, me, to be treated, and now I treat it like I want my daughter to be treated if she's getting her car worked on. So
Of course.
Yeah.
So you guys like focused on like respect and trying to create this personal relationship with
experience.
customers.
Listen, here's the great thing about the auto repair business. Nobody ever wants to get their car fixed. It's not something you set out to do. When you come to see us, it's because you've got a problem. You know, maybe you're doing an oil change, but that's still not something you really want to do.
Yeah, of course.
You know, if you're going to buy a new car, maybe you're excited about that. If you're going shopping at the mall, you're doing that because you want to. If you have to get your car repaired, it's because you have to.
Yeah.
And so we really focus on making that process less painful.
Yeah.
You know, at a price that's fair. That is, you get a nationwide warranty because so many of the customers travel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got your car fixed here and then you go home for the summer and something were to happen to the part, it was defective or something, you still need to be able to get it fixed.
Yeah.
So we have a network of shops that we're now a part of that warranty each other's work. So yeah, we've always focused on just real transparent work. If you bring your car in, and most people nowadays don't know much about cars. And so we see our mechanics as very much a doctor. They have to know so many different systems, and they are skilled with their hands. They're very much like a surgeon, except instead of knowing one human body, they have to know hundreds of different cars.
Yeah.
With a unique system. So, but we'll take you out there and show you what's wrong with it, point it out to you, let you see this is what it should look like, this is what it looks like, here's, you know, why.
Yes.
For a long time, auto mechanics and facilities had kind of a closed door policy.
Yeah,
Our insurance doesn't allow you out here.
Trying to hide like whatever they are doing.
Right.
And
We, especially in the beginning of a relationship, we try to get customers to ask for their old parts back so they can see that something was actually changed.
of course.
You know, if I tell you that your spark plugs were changed, you can't see them. How do you know? You have to trust me
Yes.
to do that. And so we build on that trust and foundation.
Yes, completely. So one question, like, was Bob when he opened the store, like, was he constantly in the store,
Always.
like,
Always.
yeah, treating
Yeah.
with customers and everything?
Yeah, and even now when he comes in to visit and with me, he is always with the customers.
Yeah.
That was the passion. That's what he loves.
Yeah.
That's what he led to all of us.
And I bet that's one of the key for the success of the business.
I think so. I think that has been the key. I mean, like I said, we've got customers that he's still friends with 30 years later, you know, that we used to tailgate together with his customers, and we still do that. We have that tradition of our customers being able to come up here and tailgate. We're right by the campus, right by the stadium. So we all get to know each other. But that has definitely been the key. He worked a lot of hours. You know, as an entrepreneur, you start out with that dream, and it's a lot of hours. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And so he missed a lot of, like, you know, swimming events or things that we had as kids.
Of course.
But we knew that he was working hard to provide for us. And it's a legacy now. I mean, it's something that, you know, as kids, there are four of us, four kids. And so we all now look at it and really realize what he built.
Yeah, something from scratch that is really
And it wasn't like fast, easy money. You know, there's a lot of people that just want to start something and get this quick buck off of it, and then maybe the business is gone in 4 or 5 years.
yeah, just do whatever, just to do it quickly.
Yeah, but
But,
this one's, you
Yeah,
know,
this
work
business,
and
like,
building.
you could tell that your dad like put a lot of effort in it. So now tell me about you. So you took over 10 years ago, right?
I did. I took over 10 years ago. I graduated from Florida State with a degree in International Business Management and Marketing, College of Business. And I was a stockbroker after college. Not very involved in the business here, really involved in a financial aspect. And my dad called me and he said, you know, we're kind of at a plateau. We've reached I do everything kind of books and paper and pencil. And I see this industry evolving and changing to technology. He had technology equipment to read the computer scanners on the cars and things like that, but really a computer-based business now for managing customers, relating to customers, social networking, all of that. And so he asked me if I would be interested in coming to join him. And I wasn't sure that that was what I wanted to do. I loved the idea of working for myself. I loved the idea of setting my own hours. But I was a little hesitant about entering the car repair business. Didn't know a lot about it, to be honest with you. I never needed to. You know, my dad was a mechanic. And so, but when your dad calls and asks you to do something, you do it. So I left being a stockbroker and I joined my dad. And for the first 2 years, we worked together. He taught me everything about the business itself, the stuff about vehicles, components and locations. I learned all the different systems on the vehicles. I really did a lot of studying and became certified in most of the systems on the vehicles. And then I started teaching him how to implement the computer programs, our customer relations, our social media, all of that. And so Dad asked me then, as I saw and worked with him daily, the passion for the customers and really getting to know everybody, I began to love it. I began to love being able to help people. And so, and it be successful financially. I mean, we were able to provide for a family. And so I chose to make him an offer, and I bought 54% of it from him, and he went into retirement, which wasn't really supposed to be the deal. We were supposed to work together for a while, but he retired, and so he's still active, and then he'll come up if I need him for anything. Of course, he's there, but he'll come up and still visit with customers and get to see people, and with our mechanics especially, he comes up and wants them to know that he's still around, and that. So yeah, it's been really good. We added a new aspect to the business. For all those years it had been a mechanical repair facility, so we did starters and engines and transmissions and brakes and oil changes, and then when I took over I added a collision repair center. So we became a one-stop shop for the customers. You can build one relationship with me, maybe just by doing your oil changes over the time. You need brakes, you know, and then you get into a car accident. Somebody, you know, smacks into your car in the parking garage, and you, instead of having to search for where you should take your car, who's going to help you best, you've already built the relationship with us here. And so we're able to take care of that for you as well.
Yeah, I bet customers like prefer coming back to a business where they know like they're being treated good and they know the owner and stuff.
I think so. We really... We appreciate that. I mean, if I was out of town and something happened to my car, I would look for a kind of a mom and pop shop where they really value that relationship. So their customers are not numbers to us. I mean, they're actually people. We learn about, you know, what they're taking in school, when they're going to graduate. We attend graduation every year because every semester we have customers that are graduating, and we want to support them in that. And so we do.
That's pretty good.
You know, we have film students, and so we go and see their films when they're being previewed, and we really try to be involved. The sororities and fraternities, we sponsor different events with them when they're doing, you know, some of their walks or, you know, fundraisers that they're doing. We're involved in all of that as well. So it's a relationship. It's not just a, you know, a business. It's not just you coming in and getting a service from me and then walking out the door. Like,
yeah, like the usual car businesses.
Yeah. It's I wouldn't want to do that. That wouldn't be fun for me. That wouldn't be where my passion is. My passion is really in helping people to make wise decisions, as well as growing our business and seeing it become successful, employing more people, being a part of the neighborhood revitalization that's down here, being involved in the campus. And so for me to want to come every single day, it's different every single day. Everybody's got a different problem. Everybody's got a different car. But for me to want to come every day and leave my family and come do this every single day, it has to be a passion. And that's what my dad taught me. That's where that entrepreneur, I think, spirit comes from, is you have to have a passion for what it is that you do. And you have to know there are going to be good days and bad days. And you have to know there are going to be, you know, problems. There's going to be things that you have to deal with, and you just keep going. And it gets challenging. I mean, that's really what you want. I mean, you're in school taking this stuff because you want the challenge. You want to figure things out, learn new stuff. And so if I get to do that on a daily basis, you know, I still manage our money, I still do investments, I still do marketing, and I'm still learning every day. And I think that's what made Dad love the business for so long is that each year we have new cars, new technology, new parts. There's a learning that goes on there. The business environment is changing every year. You know, you've got less independent shops, more corporate. You've got insurance regulations and things you have to deal with. And so every single day we're still learning, and that's kind of what it's about. I don't ever want to stop learning.
Yes, that's how it should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thanks, Misty, for your time.
Sure.
It was great. I really like this business, and I would like in the future to have like maybe some type of business like car related.
Good.
So yeah.
That's great. I
Yeah.
hope so. We will welcome you to the industry.
Of course.
So.
Thank you.
Thank you.